Hey everybody, it's me, Vandalia1998 here, and I'm here to talk about WWE Evolution. Boom, boom. Whew. Alright, let's do this. Well, let's see. Overall, I thought the Evolution pay-per-view was a good match. I watched part of it last night. I got from work, hour through it. Then I watched the rest of it this morning when I woke up. So, let's talk about my opinion of it. Because overall, it's a good match. Let's see. First match. Text. The first match was Trish Lita, Lita versus and Trish Stratus versus Mickie James and Lisa Fox with Bliss in the corner. It was pretty much a classic versus new people match, newer people match, but I think overall it was good. Lita and Trish won. So it was pretty much like a nostalgia. I think it pretty much was a nostalgia match overall. Good moves. You see that women in their 40s can still move like that. Right then, that's pretty much all that was. Next was the Battle Royal. It was about about 20 women in there. Probably more, but 20. Had a lot of people acts from the 90s, 2000s, and current day and age. The last people to enter the ring were the Iconics, and they're the first ones to be thrown out. It was pretty much all over the place. The final two were Nia Jax and Ember Moon. They did good. Then all of a sudden, the third person came back. I forget her name, but she thought she won. She didn't. Then Nia Jax threw both of them out, and she won. And now she gets to face the Raw Women's Champion. So good for her. can't wait to see if she becomes a heel or a face. She's kind of a face right now. But so is the current women's champion. So we're going to see if it's going to be a face-to-face match or it's going to be one of them who's going to turn heel. Next up was the Mae Young Classic. And this one had a lot more high-flying moves. It was against Tori Strong, and goddamn, I can't remember her name. I gotta look this up now. I just watched this, and the names of some of these people are. I'm forgetting some of these names. Toni Storm and Io Shirai. Io was more of a high flyer, and Toni was hi Pokesaurus. Toni was more of a a grappler, but apparently she got injured last year in the Mae Young Classic, but she came back, won the finals, and she is the new Mae Young Classic winner. And at the very end, Triple H and Stephanie came out to give her flowers. She hugged them all. It was all right. It was nice. Next, next was the Bank, Bailey, Natalya versus the Riot Squad. Banks and Bailey used to have a rivalry. They're friends now. Natalya used to be a heel, but now she's a face. She's friends with the women's champion. So these three are the faces, and this is the heel. I think this was the first time, besides the first match where Mickie James and Lisa Fox were the heels, that we had a face versus heel dynamic. Really. I'm not really sure that Norman was the heel and face during the Mae Young Classic, but this one definitely was the thing. Natalya is the niece of famous wrestler Bret Hart. So, the Riot Squad we're keeping their group tight. They're pretty much bullying Bailey, like keeping her in their corner and tagging in and out so no one got tired. Then finally, Bailey broke free, tagged in Banks. Banks did her thing for a while, then tagged in Natalya. Natalya attempted to do a two-person sharpshooter on Ruby Riott and not Liv Morgan, the other one. But Liv Morgan broke it up. Ultimately, Banks, Bailey, and Natalia won with a frog splash. So once again, the good guys won, and the heels retreated. Don't know where this is going, or if that's the end of this rivalry. I'm not sure what else the Riot Squad can do. Unless they go after the women's champion now. But I don't know what else to go from there. Overall, good match. Next was the NXT Women's Champion. A lot of NXT chants in this match. It was Kairi Sane, who pretends he's a pirate. She has a little pirate gimmick. She keeps the championship in a treasure box. So cool little thing there. And her opponent was Shayna Baszler, who I guess is a former UFC champion, or UFC fighter at least. And I guess she was the heel in this match because she got two of her other UFC friends to help her cheat and win the match. Kairi was doing high flying everywhere. So, but then the two friends kind of cheated, pulled her hair, kicked her in the face, distracted her, and then Shayna got in the a clutch thing around her neck, and Kairi passed out. So Shayna won the championship. See, let's put her name out there. It was there. That's it. Yeah, so there's for the championship. Don't know if she's getting a rematch or anything, since usually you don't get rematches unless you lose twice. So overall, high flying match, a lot of cheating involved, and we'll see where this goes. Actually, I don't watch NXT really, but I'm usually working on Wednesdays. But I know I might have to start watching it on the network. See where it goes from here. Alright. Then the next match. Properties. Let's see, was next match was Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship in a last person standing match. Which basically means you gotta knock the other person out so they can't stand up for 10 seconds or count of 10. So ultimately, I think this should have been the main event, my opinion at least. Becky was portrayed as the heel, Charlotte was portrayed as the face, even though the audience was treating Becky as the face and Charlotte as the heel. There were some chants for Charlotte, but the majority of the chants were for Becky Lynch. It was kind of like a reverse fan cheering thing, I guess. I'm a big fan of Becky Lynch too, to be honest. She's awesome. Charlotte's no stout either, but I don't know. I guess I think Charlotte's a better heel. I think Charlotte's heel run was fun when she's like her father. She's more of a natural heel, in my opinion, at least. But she's a good face too. But I just like Becky. I just like Becky better. A lot of "you deserve a chance" in the thing and stuff. Got hit. She got knocked out by chairs. Put through several tables. One time, Charlotte put Becky's legs through a ladder and tried to do a figure 4, figure 8 leg lock. Becky tapped out, of course, but tap outs don't matter because it's not a submission match. It's a last woman standing match. Ultimately, Charlotte put Becky through it. Becky put Charlotte through a table. Oh yes, Ace Barrel, and then buried her under chairs, but Charlotte escaped the chairs in the 9 count. Charlotte tried to put Becky through a table. First time failed. And second time, set up again. The table flipped over, but set up again. She flipped the table that time. And finally, I think Becky put Charlotte through another table. This time, it counted 10 seconds. And ultimately, Becky won. Don't know that in the yeah. Ultimately, Becky won. Don't know that I think that's the end of the rivalry. Don't really go from there. If they're keeping Becky heel, they had to get a very strong face to balance it out. I'm thinking maybe Kairi Shane could come up and be your next opponent. So I don't know, or maybe the women's Mae Young Classic winner, Tony Storm. Because other than that, I'm not really sure if there's any faces. I mean, maybe Lana. People are cheering Lana a lot lately, so other than that, I'm not sure there's any faces that can balance out Becky's heel, because I think even Becky's a heel, she's a very popular face too, so they gotta balance it out somehow for the audience to actually cheer the other person. But yeah, I think it's the main event. But the main event was, however, where's it? There it is. Was Ronda versus Nikki Bella. Not to say this match wasn't good at all, it was. I think Nikki's improved a lot, but ultimately she was a chance to make Ronda look strong, ultimately. Of course, there was the interference from her sister Brie. I think the Bellas are more natural heels than they were faces. I think really before, Brie was only a face because she's with her husband in that match, and Miz and Maurice are more natural heels. But of course, they cheated a lot. I think one of the best moves of the night was the when that match the night of that match was when Ronda put both of the twins on her back and suplexed them both. This is how strong she is. Ultimately, she won because were they really going to give the belt to Nikki? Unless of course, if they did, it would have had to been through cheating. There's no way they would have had Nikki won cleanly and make it believable. But ultimately, I think the good thing she won. So I guess with Nia Jax winning the Battle Royal, and then with Ronda winning the match, it's gonna be a rematch of Money in the Bank rematch between Nia and Ronda. The problem is, last time they did it, they turned Nia Jax heel for that match, which was a little weird, since she was just a face a month before in her feud with Alexa Bliss. So again, they're both faces again. So I don't know if they're going to be face to face, both faces this time, or they're going to turn one of them heel again. And yeah, like I said, it was the Money in the Bank match. Then that's when Alexa interfered and stuff and kept her Money in the Bank contract in. So I don't know. I don't know if they're both going to be faces or one of them's turning. Overall, I think Evolution was a great match. They should do this more often. I'm not JW or anything, but I think it was a good match. Power of the women everywhere. They earned it. They earned it. They didn't whine about it like SJWs do. They fought and they earned it. So, well, next week is next week is the non-woman is the woman can't wrestle at all match in Saudi Arabia. So we'll see how that turns out. So overall, I give it an A-, B+. Like I said, it would have been better if the Becky Flair match went on last, but I liked it. Overall, what was your opinion of all the matches, Sparrow? And Pokesaurus, if you're still watching. Yeah, I think Cena's already been replaced with Bobby Lashley. Not sure, not because I'm not sure that championship doesn't mean anything. The Bryan match is the tougher one to do since it was for a championship match. I don't know if they're going to cancel that match altogether or just replace Bryan, and Bryan loses a championship opportunity. But anyways, yeah, that's really all for my review. Sparrow, hope you enjoyed it. And Pokesaurus, do you know anything about it? Cool. Oh yeah, it's time for Raw now. In this now, watch Raw, and maybe I'll play a game later tonight after Raw. Never stop learning. Enjoy the randomness. And we'll see where the women's evolution goes tonight on Raw. And tomorrow on SmackDown. See ya!